It's almost about that time, folks. Almost. Not quite. Maybe not for everyone, but for some people who enjoy turkey, possibly deep frying turkey. You might want to watch some YouTube videos on it first because every year, right around this time, it's always fun watching those videos because it's so amazing the things that could happen when you drop a frozen piece of meat into a 10-gallon deep fryer, or however many gallons those things are. It's like a fireball of excitement. And I think every year, maybe not every year, but close to every year, I've always done a thumbnail of some random outdoor deep fryer in flames. I kind of had it happen once, kind of not, but I've told the story before. I'll tell it again in a moment. There wasn't a show Friday. Oh, let's just get to the damn screen already. Enough with this behind-the-scenes crap. And the disappointment. Ooh, what's going on, folks? We have been, thanks to our son, I think it's our son. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's who he is. Got us sick. You know when you're a kid and you get sick and you feel better within 2 days, and the older you get, the longer it takes to get better? That's kind of where we're at right now. I don't know if we had a cold or, man, it was it was horrible. But I mean, it's still kind of going on with Angela. It's still kind of hitting hard pretty too, which is kind of weird because she got better. And Brian had a question for about $2. Here we go with the $2. I want my $2. I thought it was $3. Maybe it was $2. I always forget every week. What's up, folks? I guess before we start talking, we'll say hello to all the lovely people in chat because I did miss you guys Friday. I was going to go live myself Friday, but I felt like such crap. I'm like, you know what? All I'm going to do is just, I guess, kind of do what I always do with my videos, just sit there. But I don't think anyone wants to see it. But regardless, we're here now. What's going on, 3D? Mr. Atomizer's in the house. We got the Alan Osborne here tonight. The lovely Billy Lee. The not-so-lovely Brent. We got Brian. We got Butta Squad, but no Butta Dad. Oh, wait. Is Dad here? I don't think Dad's here yet. Where's Dad? The lovely Cheryl's in the house. Mr. Dakota Simon is here. What's up, Dakota? Darth Vapor. Dave's Whose Questions Are Ignored McClelland. That's a hell of a name. Is that your email address? You can email me at Dave's Whose Questions Are Ignored McClelland at AOL.com. Thank you. Mr. Ed Barkley. This one's for you, Ed. There's no alcohol in it, but still. Florida Boy 420, what's going on? George Jennings. I almost called you Georgia Boy for a second there. Ismail's in the house, and I hope to God he ain't smoking again, because I'll have to fly down there and cause some damage. Jack the Flash. Jason, who's always looking for love. The lovely Jennifer. Mr. JT's in the house. Kevin Violetto. That sounds Italian. I'm probably wrong. Mr. Kid Bass is in the house. Night Clover's here. We got Mad Dog. What's up, Mad Dog? We got my son, a.k.a. not my real son, Marcus. We got Mike. We got Norkel's in the house. Woo! Hitting on that shit. We got Ron Jeremy, who I was informed by Mr. Ginger that Mr. Ron Jeremy is being released. But it's not the kind of release that you may think. It's actually kind of a bad thing that he's getting released. Ray Ray's in the house. What's up, Ray Ray? Rifleman. We got Sam's Chronicles. Uh-oh. That's a little strange. Any relation to the Vapor Chronicles? The Late Night Vape Show. I emailed you. I see that you got it. I shipped your package out. Yours and Fred's package Saturday morning, but the tracking is in the car, and I haven't gone to the car to get it. But it's already gone, so I'll get it to you tomorrow morning, the tracking. Mr. Bachelor, what's up? And what's up to myself? Because I'm here also. Hopefully I'm here. I think I'm here. And whoever else I missed that just decided to jump in, like Mr. Chuck for being a member for 33 months. Thank you, sir. I wanted to say thank you for the great deal on the Steam Deck and all the goodies that I got with it. Well, thank you, Mr. Chuck. Hopefully you got it a while ago, not just today, because I mailed that thing out like a month ago, I think. But thank you. Have fun with it, because that thing is a never-ending... Like, you could do so much shit with that Stream Deck. It was just too much for me. Like, I was always fucking with it. And I know you like to fuck with shit, so you probably enjoy that thing. And Mr. Layton, I thank you, sir, for being a Fagan fanboy. Hashtag free stuff. Your free stuff, well, kind of free, I guess. You had to pay shipping, but it's in the mail, sir. Don't get excited when you open the package and you see a box for the Empire mod and a tube for the Typhon GT4. No, I didn't study the Empire or the GT4. I just packaged everything in those boxes so that way it would fit in the bag. Thank you. Merry Christmas. The bedroom's finally done. Thank Jesus. Or should I say thank the wife? Because, yeah. Did a good job, too, I must say. I did. I mean, she kind of did. What else? So, yeah. I don't know what the fuck we had. It wasn't to see, but Mr. Chuck, thank you, sir, for that donation. I just forget to give a straightforward thanks when I get stuff. Well, Mr. Chuck, you kind of... you didn't technically... I didn't give it to you. You technically bought it off me. Technically. If you want to get technical. But thank you. Nonetheless, Chuck, thank you anyways. So, yeah, I don't know. I know my son was sick. And then after he started getting better, like, my eye was, like, leaking shit out. My throat has... I've never had an itchy throat in my life. My throat has been itching for the past week. And just had, like, cold, like, almost like the flu, but without the body aches. Really weird. Then Angela got better this past weekend, and then today, like, came back or so. I don't know. I think the planet is going to be pretty much... We're going to all be died off in about 10 years, I think. I'm just saying. I don't think we're going to be here much longer. All of us, by the way, not just me. Well, me too, but still. Vocal crabs could be that. So it happens when you use other people's microphones and you don't use a condom. You get crabs. What are you doing a review on the mod maker rival... The Huda? What? Huh? That mod that Mike did a video on? I haven't done a video on a mech mod since like 95. I think people know better not to send me mech mods. Because I will... I don't even know who the hell mod maker revival... That's all... Mike's doing videos on awesome mech mods. And I get big ass fucking... Is this necessary? Is this really necessary for disposable? Look at this fucking box. It's not necessary. Yep, that's where my life's at. Disposables and... Oh, I don't get the fun stuff. I get some fun stuff, but not that much. Vaping on the Shabam Shaboom with the new Geek Vape Shabam Shaboom on top with the Vaporesso, whatever it's called. Armor. It is a reused shoebox, yes. Size 17 shoe. And I am not your adopted father. But I didn't legally adopt you yet. That is high-end. Those disposables are high-end, Kid Bass. That is yours. You know how much that thing would cost to ship? It's got a t-shirt in there that probably doesn't fit me, and I haven't even opened it because I don't want to know what's inside there. I'm scared. And Cheryl says, the Caliburn Explorer sucks. Is that the one with the dual... Caliburn Explorer. I gotta look it up now, because if she says it sucks, then we got some explaining to do. Thank God I didn't review it. Caliburn Explorer. I think that is the dual, isn't it? Oh, it is the dual coil, dual flavor. Oh, so why does it suck, Cheryl? This is great info right here, because getting feedback from an actual person as opposed to a reviewer, that thing looks... I thought that thing was going to be like gold. Cheryl don't even vape. You're right. Cheryl doesn't vape. She's still a smoker, I think. Mike said it's off the hook. Here we go. Here we go. No power. Well, I mean, it is. I don't know. I don't have it. I haven't had it, so I can't comment on it. It looks cool. It's got 2 coils, but it is inside of a small little pod system. So, how much could those 2 little coils possibly do? I don't know if you use them at the same time or you switch between the 2. I didn't watch Mike's video on it, but my wife won't talk to me. Be my asshole brother told her about the cigarettes. That's good, Ismail. That is good that your brother told your wife about the cigarettes. I'm proud of your brother for doing that. You should be in trouble. You shouldn't be smoking, Ismail. If you were... I mean, I know you're going through some rough times, Ismail. So cigarettes do help a little. Nothing beats a cigarette during a really stressful time. That's one thing I don't think vaping ever can, like... Thank you, Mr. Skrelly. He's here finally. Now we can start. What's up, Robert? During a stressful time, vaping cannot replace a cigarette. Just saying. I haven't had a cigarette in God knows how many years, but... and I know Ismail's been through some shit lately, so... I can kind of understand maybe why he had a cigarette or 2, or maybe just kind of slipped a little bit. But Ismail, you need to slip back into vaping. You can't blame your brother for looking out for your health and telling your wife about your smoking. I mean, it may piss you off, but if you think about the reality of it, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I wouldn't be pissed at your brother for telling your wife. And you shouldn't be pissed at your wife for being pissed at you for smoking because, well, there you go. Whew, my armpits are sweating. I'm not even doing anything. Why am I sweating? One armpit always smells worse than the other. Never, ever understood that. Most butt baby bursts are followed by a cigarette. Good old butt babies and dumpster babies. My favorite. So Cheryl says, save your money on the new Caliburn. It's garbage. There you go, folks. You heard it first from Cheryl. Is Brian still around? I missed that guy. Brian is not around. Hasn't been around for many, many years. I mean, he's still alive, to my understanding. But as far as on the vape scene, no. Unless you're like the reincarnation of Brian with the whole Sam's Chronicles. Maybe you could be the next Vapor Chronicles. Just get rid of the Sam's and put Vapor in front of your name, and you're all set. Whoa. Ginger actually built and vaped on the bulk? Dude, times must be tough over there. Holy shit. I don't know anyone that vapes on that thing. So the experience that I don't know if anyone's ever deep fried a turkey before. I'm assuming a few of you probably have. Deep fried turkey is like the best, probably the most delicious way to have turkey. Probably not the healthiest way, but the most delicious way. If you had never had it, you got to try it. But don't try to deep fry it yourself, because more than likely you'll burn your house down. This is back when we lived in a trailer park. We were having a big party. I forgot if it was a birthday party or like a 4th of July party or whatever the deal was. So we're like, let's make chicken wings. Who doesn't love chicken wings, right? So we're going to make boneless. Well, they're more like chicken nuggets, I guess, if they're boneless. But Hooters wings. And we didn't want everyone coming in and out of the house. So we're like, let's get one of those outdoor deep fryers where you put the propane tank on there and this and that. So we get it all set up. We put it right in the driveway. And we load it up with oil. And we don't have really any kind of measuring devices or thermometers. I think a thermometer is really important when you're deep frying because holy shit. And we threw way too many chicken wings into the deep fryer. And when the oil started bubbling over, the oil pretty much poured out of the deep fryer onto the driveway, caught fire, and the whole driveway turned into like an oil slick. I did spray water on the driveway, which I know you're not supposed to spray water on a grease fire, but it put the fire out. But the worst part of it all was everybody that was at the party was walking up and down the driveway, because that was like, when you live in a trailer park, your driveway is pretty much your backyard. And they were just trampling all that oil into the house all day long. And it was a fucking nightmare. And never again will I deep fry anything. Unless it has a thermostat on there and it's far away from anywhere that I live. Smoked turkey is pretty damn good. I don't think I've ever had smoked turkey. I mean, I had not like a traditional, someone smoking it, but I've had like smoked turkey. But deep fried turkey, man, is so good. Hire a turkey fryer off Craigslist. I got a feeling there's a bunch of them on there. I did reach out to a painter this past weekend. Found him on Facebook, and he had a business card, so I'm assuming he's a legit business. The only thing that kind of worried me a bit is he came over, I think, on a Wednesday, and he says, "Yep, we could do it tomorrow." And I'm just kind of like, Usually businesses or successful businesses can't get you in the next day. And usually a red flag is when someone can do something immediately. That's a red flag. So I told him, rather than tell him no thank you, I said, okay, I'll let you know. And then, I probably should have said no thank you. And we're just going to paint the living room. Oh, God, ourselves. It's going to be painful. If it took us 2 weeks to paint a 10 by 10 bedroom, I can only imagine what it's going to take to paint a living room. It's going to be horrible. So yeah, don't find people off Facebook or Craigslist. Even if they have a business card, and even if they have a fake website, don't do it. No one... Seriously, I mean, that's one thing I've learned when it comes to a lot of stuff, at least out here in Illinois, is you don't get like fast service on anything. Like if you need something done, it's usually like a week, a 2, or a month out. No one's ever available like the next day. Never. And if they are, there's a reason why they're available the next day. Because they're probably so horrible that they don't have any other business and you're dumb enough to hire them. So I learned my lesson in the past with hiring somebody that was available immediately. And I'm like, oh, nope, red flag. Sorry, we'll see you. Why not just hire Mike and get it done right? Mike wants $10,000. He wants me to fly him out first class. And he doesn't want to stay here. He wants me to put him up in a 5-star hotel. And he's not even doing the painting. He's hiring a bunch of Mexicans and he's going to supervise them as they paint. So that just seems a bit expensive. I never knew Mexicans paint, but you learn something new every day. I'll get my brother-in-law to paint my house. He's a painter. Come on, Ismail. Why don't you send your brother out here and we can work out some kind of deal? Maybe like a disposable for a paint job? That seems fair. Take everything out of the living room, get a sprayer, and do it. Easier said than done, Neil. The shit in the living room is heavy. It's big. And the sprayers are expensive. But if I can use it and return it, then we're talking. I was actually thinking, why not spray paint? Like, can you spray paint a room? Because that would be so much easier. Like, just buy, like, I don't know, like 10 cans of spray paint and just sit there for a couple hours and just spray it on. That seems like it'd be a lot easier than rolling it on and brushing it on and all the other shit. You can rent that stuff. Oh, can you? Oh, that seems like a lot. What the fuck is this? What happened? This is not a good look for Geek Vape. I'm joking. Invite some of the street kids in. They'll paint it for free. Oh, Jesus. The street kids around here, yeah, I don't think they probably have never had a paintbrush in their hand. Oh, look, Michael Whitehair's here. What's up, Michael? If people can spray paint their cars with regular spray paint, I don't see why we can't spray paint a living room, with cans of spray paint. Home Depot rents tools like, yeah, but I don't have a fucking clue on how to use a sprayer. That sounds like sophisticated. Can I say that word right? Yeah, sophisticated. That sounds complicated. What's up, Mr. George Boy, aka Jeremy? Does Home Depot rent Mexicans too? Because if they do that, I can get the paint supplies and the Mexicans and get it all in one shot and be done one day. It actually, I mean, the room, I don't know how, but it came out good. I guess Angela can really paint. Like the lines, she did a really good job on. Taping it up, really good. There's no paint on the carpet. Like it's stuck really good. Like when we pulled the painter's tape off, even though you're supposed to use like a knife or a blade, didn't pull the paint off. There's so many coats on there, you gotta fucking take a chisel just to get through the wall. Mexicans are out at the far end of the parking lot. Okay. Well, they're building... The city of Chicago is building a migrant... what's the correct word I want to use here? I don't know. It's strange because I don't really understand this, but it's a huge parking lot, okay? Just kind of picture this in your head. Gigantic parking lot, wide open, and then next to the wide open parking lot is a gigantic building, okay? Now you would think, common sense, if you're going to stick the migrants somewhere, put them in the abandoned building. I think it's an abandoned grocery store or something like that. But no, they're not touching the building, but instead, they're going to repave the parking lot, and they're going to put gigantic tents in the parking lot next to a abandoned building. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like, just use the goddamn building. It's sitting there, it's falling down, it's rotting away. Shove them in the goddamn building. Why are you repaving a parking lot for a building that's going to collapse and put a tent there? So then when winter comes and it's negative 20 and those tents can't withstand it, they're going to be, yeah, this is going to be anyways, this is probably going to be about, hold on, let me be exact here, because I don't want to make it sound like I live too deep in the ghetto. So let me see if Google can give me an exact travel time from my house to where they're building this migrant tent facility. Oh my Jesus Christ. 17 minutes away, 6.7 miles. Jesus Christ. So yeah, it's going to be fun, I think. The building's probably not safe. Yeah, but I don't know. You think it would be easier to kind of just fix up the building than repave a gigantic parking lot next to an abandoned building to stick a big ass tent there. That doesn't make it, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, Chicago and Illinois in general have so many big ass abandoned buildings. They have abandoned towns, for Christ's sakes. There's so many towns in Illinois that are just abandoned. I mean, if you're really going to put them here, which they're here, so they're here, at least stick them in one of the buildings. Like, come on, we're going to have it's going to be Tent City. This ain't going to go over well. I can feel it now. It is not going to go over well. Use an old circuit. Send him to Jason's house. Jason's got room. I can paint. I just can't really tell what I'm... I can paint. I could do this with my hand for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Painting's hard. That's not for me. I think Angela did most of the painting. No, I don't think she did. Maybe she did. Well, maybe. I think we did half and half. I can paint. I'm not the best painter. I'm not really a good painter whatsoever. Actually, I'm pretty horrible at painting. I'm horrible at a lot of things. Just go to the Home Depot in the town of Cicero. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to... Nope, Cicero is very heavily Latino populated. Great town, great area. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm just shutting up. I'm not even saying anything. I dig myself a hole. If you think I paint bad, see, my kid's kind of like me. When I say kids, I mean singular, not plural. Is that when you have him do something, and I did this when I was a kid because it's a smart thing to do. When your parents ask you to do something, just do a shitty job at it, and they'll never ask you to do it again. Or they might ask you to do it again and realize, okay, he's fucking this up. I'm better off doing this myself. And he does the same exact thing. So if I say, Marcus, can you do this? He's like, I guess. And then he does it. It's like, holy shit. All right, never mind. I'll do it myself next time. So I can't really blame him for that because I did the same fucking thing. We could airbrush. Dude, we could airbrush the living room with like the old 90s, like, where you have your like girlfriend's name on your shirt where it's like Mark and Angela have like the airbrush old lettering and shit. We could do that on the wall. It looked pretty sad. Yeah, I think everybody in this house is kind of not capable of doing anything. Angela's the only one that's kind of capable. I'll give her credit of doing stuff. I'm capable of a few things. One's not balancing my washer. I spent literally an hour the other day with a level and tape measures and you fucking name it to level this fucking thing out until it is dead straight all four sides. And this motherfucker is still rocking. I give up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take what are they called? I don't think they're floor jacks. They use them inside of semi-trailers. We used to use them to jack up the roof when they caved in. But if you put the jack on top of the washer and then jack it up to the floor joist and kind of just like lock it in place, then maybe it won't move. It might shake the entire house, but at least the washer won't move anymore. And Bachelor, I'm not ignoring you. When I talk, I talk. I need to stop talking. UC Illinois has the highest cigarette tax in the entire U.S. $7.16 per tax for a pack. For tax for a pack of cigarette. Holy fucking shit! I'm glad I don't fucking smoke. It's impossible. You're better off fucking smoking anything else. Fuck that. Might be a broken suspension ring inside. Inside. I don't know, but this washing machine is strange. Like sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. Does and doesn't. And I understand the whole unbalanced load thing and like, don't put shit that's too heavy or whatever in there, but sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And I've almost given up. I think I'm going to buy fucking bags of cement and just pile them on top of the washing machine, like maybe 5 or 6 high, put enough weight on there. It's not a Maytag, it's a, what's the brand that doesn't make appliances, but they started making appliances? LG. Like LG makes cell phones. They don't make fucking washers and dryers. And they're on top of those pedestals, and I think the pedestal is the problem because it's top heavy. If the washing machine has the most weight and the pedestal is like just an empty drawer, then I'm assuming it's top heavy, and that's the reason why this thing is shaking. So I guarantee you if we eliminate the pedestal and just put the washer on the floor, minus the pedestal, it'll probably stop shaking, but I don't feel like doing all that. It's too much. They make some damn good refrigerators. They make cell phones. The only people that should be making appliances is Maytag, Whirlpool, I think GE. I'm probably living in the 80s, but when you got like Samsung and LG and shit making refrigerators and washers, it's like, no. No, don't buy that shit. Just try to stick Android or somewhere in there and you'll be fucked. LG does make good TVs, you're right. Good monitors, too. Speed Queen, there we go. If you want a fucking reliable brand, Speed Queen. What brand is in all the laundromats? Speed Queen. Now people are saying LG is... You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's just... Maybe I don't know how to wash clothes. Could be. But it's one of those annoying washers that has... There's no water literally in it. Even though you can... I don't know why we're talking about this, but, you know, it's a vape show. Why not? There's a button called Water Plus, which I had to look up what all these buttons were, because I come from a traditional, like, turn dial washing machine. Like, okay, there we go. Large load, hot water, put the clothes in. This fucking washing machine's got fucking different sounds on it, all kinds of shit, and I'm like, what the... And when we started using it, I'm used to the front load washers at, like, a laundromat. You put your clothes in there. Once you start that bitch up, that's it. That door is not opening for nothing because it's like halfway filled with water. You could see the fucking water just like swooshing around. This fucking thing, you can load it up with, it doesn't matter if it's towels, shitty underwear, socks filled with cum. Doesn't matter. You will not see any water splashing. You could stop the washing machine at any time. Open up the door, and your clothes are drenched, like they're soaking wet, but there's no fucking water anywhere. It's like, how the fuck are you washing clothes when just the clothes are wet? Is this a white goods show? What the hell is a white... That sounds racist. I'm offended. Mr. Chuck, thank you, sir, for that lovely donation. Crack hoes want to be called speed queens. You know what? I didn't even think about that. A speed queen. I'm looking for a big-breasted speed queen, possibly brunette. Ugh. Check your blood pressure. I'm not checking my goddamn blood. I am kind of red today. Whew. My doctor said my blood pressure's fine. She's like, don't freak out over those shitty-ass at-home blood pressure monitors. Like, if you're going to take your blood pressure, have Angela do it with the little scope thing and the fat man. You know you're fat when you go to the doctor to get your blood pressure, and she can't use the cuff in the room. She's like, oh, I got to go with the other cuff. I'm like, what other cuff? Like, the one for fat people? Because it won't fit around my fucking arm? Yeah, if my blood pressure was high, I wouldn't be doing this show anymore. I can tell you that fucking right now. I can promise you that. Shoo-ba-da-ba-boo-boo. White's good is an appliance? What? That sounds like a racist appliance company. I'm offended right now. Those at-home machines suck cock. Yeah, I mean, well, the one I have has kind of been... It was like a hand-me-down from my parents. So it's kind of... We've had it for, like, eternity. But still, if you're wondering about your blood pressure, I've learned... Never trust those ones that are at the store, like Walmart and shit. Hell fucking no, because you'll be dead. It'll tell you that you're dying. You need to go to the ER right away. And if you go on Amazon and you buy one for like $20, then expect shitty results. And, oh my God. I used my nose hair trimmer to cut my nose hairs, and now I feel like I'm a crackhead because I'm constantly rubbing my nose. But I assure you, it's my little... Oh, my God. My little hair particles are sticking back out of my nose, and it's driving me nuts. It's hot down here. Check your email for Ray Ray. He's gonna. I guarantee you, he probably sent me a link to a blood pressure monitor. Let's see. I'll bet you $100. Oh no, he sent me. You have no clue how many issues Speed Queen washers and dryers have. I used to work at the main plant in Wisconsin and also did maintenance for laundromats. Well, you know, we got fucking painters in chat. We got people that work on washing machines. I've got all these problems at home. What's the problem? Why don't we do like a field trip or a vacation to Mark's house? Like maybe, you know, someone who's a painter can take a weekend vacation, come down to the house. Maybe Ray Ray can come swing by for the weekend and hang out and fix the washing machine. Hell, there's a few other things I need fixed too. Anybody else in chat have any specialties? Signa, I can't even read that name. Sigamama meter. Sigamama, I can't do it. So the ball shaving video, here's how this went down. I used it. It works great. A few things about it. I was going to do the video, and then I'm telling myself, okay, how can I do this and make it funny? And I'm like, okay, well, I can take my clothes off, but then I'm like, holy Jesus. I'm looking at myself, I'm like, do you really, really, truly want to get, you know, almost completely naked and go on the internet? Because this is it right here. Because as far as I've gone is the 4th of July video, and that was tough. I had that was rough. After watching that and editing it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's horrible looking. So this would have been like 10 times worse when it came to like the actual visual. And I'm like, okay, well, how can I do this and have my clothes on? So I'm sitting there trying to think, how can I do this? Have my clothes on. I can't really show my nuts because we're on YouTube. And I just sat there for about an hour thinking, there's no way I can do this. It's impossible. So I just shaved my nuts in my laundry room. And it works well. It works really nice, actually. It won't cut you open, but it's not a close shave. So if you're a guy who's looking for a smooth nutsack, none of these shavers are going to do it for you. Not a single one of them. You're going to have to use the old Mach 3, or I don't know, what are they on now? Like fucking Mach 6 with 6 blades probably. But it does well. I used it. I didn't cut any skin. I just went black. Holy shit, am I going black? Am I turning black? Uh-oh. Do we get pulled? So yeah. I liked it. It worked well. I'll continue to use it, but luckily I'm out of the ball shaving phase. Like I used to be into that phase where, you know, using a razor every like week or so. It's just too much fucking maintenance, man. So having the I think it was the lawnmower that DC got me. Having that makes it quicker. You still got a little stubble there, but at least you don't have like a full-grown bush. So it's up to you. Do you want to spend an hour in a shower under cold water to get your nuts hard so you could shave with a razor? Or do you not really give a shit if you got a little stubble and you could just, with a nice little set of clippers? I think men should just be men. True, Billy Rice. But sometimes you kind of, how can I put this? Sometimes the hair on a man is longer than his penis. So in this instance, if you have a full bush, you kind of can't see your penis. Sometimes. I'm not saying I'm one of those people, but some men do suffer from this. So they kind of have to shave it if they want to look like they have a little something going on there. You got your growers and your showers. Okay, the difference is, for those out there wondering what's a grower and a shower, a grower is someone who walks through the locker room, has like a little baby dick. And it's like, holy shit, look at that guy's little dick. But then, when he gets an erection, it's a totally different dude. It's like, holy shit, where'd that come from? And then you got your showers who their limp dick is the same size as their erect dick. So they're walking around with, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches just hanging there. And you're like, wow, I wonder what that's like when it gets hard. It's the same size when it gets hard. Because he is a shower, not a grower. I'm out of focus. I'm always out of focus. Is there a fucking wire in the shot? Probably is. I'm not out of focus. That's your cataract, Ron Jeremy. Cataracts will make everything look out of focus. We're not talking about dicks. We were talking about trimming. Why does your husband always walk by when it's... You got to start wearing headphones, Cheryl. You're making me look bad. I'm trying to impress your husband, and it's not looking good. I've never wondered what another... Well, maybe not you. Maybe there's like one woman, or maybe there's a few guys in here that just really never understood the term grower and shower. Because they're two totally different things. And sometimes it could be a little, misunderstanding, maybe. Like, Billy Lee's like, well, why not just be a man and not shave? Well, you could do that, but what if you are a grower? Then you might, people might start pointing at you and start laughing. And if you're a grown man, that's kind of heartbreaking. And Ray Ray's a grower. And you are right, Rifleman. 80% of the showers more than likely will have erectile dysfunction. Because if you see some of those big dick showers in pornos, and you notice it takes them a good 2 hours to get a hard on, that's because they probably have ED. Thank you, Ray. Merry Christmas, by the way. I did have to, you know what? Let's dive down. Because this thing tastes like complete shit, and I can only imagine what it looks like on the inside. Remember the last time I re-wicked this? What was it, like 2 shows ago? Maybe 3? And I've been vaping it every single day? I can't even picture what the... I can't even describe... Shibidi-boo-boo. Shibidi-boo-boo-boo. I can't even... We're not going to build it. Don't worry. We're not going to re-wick it. I'm not going to put you through that. But I'm just curious what it looks like. Did I melt the drip tip? Oh my Jesus Christ. Look at that. Look at... See? That's probably why it tastes like shit. Oh my Jesus. Why do I do this when I'm fucking live? God damn it. I show you people what the inside of my drip tip looks like, and you're probably thinking, oh my God, I can imagine what this guy's underwear looks like. And I promise you, I change my underwear every other day. If your drip tip looks like this, you should probably quit vaping. But this just goes to show you how much I love this tank and this drip tip maybe. And also keep in mind, it's a white drip tip, folks. White gets dirty quick. I've seen Grimm's drip tip. What's Grimm's drip tip like? Are they just as bad? Because then I won't feel bad. Or does anybody else have the same... Holy Jesus Christ. Wow. That's, All right, let's see what the... Oh, God almighty. Yeah, I make sure that I buy dark colored underwear. So that way you can't see any kind of streaks. Dude, what's up with the drip tip? Oh, dude, oh my God, it's not even in there all the way. What is wrong with my head? Why? Doesn't it seem crooked? Something's wrong here. I think I need to stop vaping. It smells like chocolate feet. And I don't know why it smells like chocolate, because I'm vaping a peanut butter. But it's like, it smells like a chocolate bowling shoe. Like, you ever smell a bowling shoe when you take it off after bowling like 3 frames? It's like hot and it has that smell. Now, put a little chocolate on that, and that's what this kind of smells like right now. This thing is like fucking seized together. Dear Jesus, look how, holy Jesus, look at that. Folks, please clean your atomizers and make sure your drip tips, I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's not, it won't even stand up straight. The drip tip is obviously crooked. What the fuck did I do to the drip tip? All right, let's kind of gauge how disgusting the inside of the chimney is here. Yeah, I'm going to stop. I think I need to probably go back to smoking. I think smoking might be a little bit safer for me. Jesus, have mercy. Holy God almighty. Look at that. That's the chimney, folks. Yep. I don't understand. I vape at home. Is it... It's melted? How the fuck do I melt the drip tip? Fucking... These are high-end drip tips, man. These are from, whatchamacallit? Who's that fucking... What's that RTA? The whatever you call it. There's no way this drip tip's melted. Holy God. What's the problem here? Something just... Will it stand up? Dude, something is off with this fucking thing. What is off about this? Is the drip tip melted? It can't be. Or is there something like lodged in there? Oh, hold on. I think I might have fixed it. Nope, I didn't. Dude, there's something... Okay. Alright, everyone look at this. It's seated all the way in. What is wrong with this drip tip? Like, I use this drip tip all the time. It looks like it's almost... there's no way this can happen. Look at the drip tip. It's all the way in there. Look, I'll pull it out. All right, so there's the O-rings. There's nothing down in there. Pop this in. Snaps down flat. And look at it. What the fuck happened? The O-rings are all good. You can even feel it snap in place. But it just... These are the drip tips from... What's the name of that goddamn RTA that I liked? From... I don't know where... Whatever country it's from. Someone say the name, because I can't remember the name now. My brain hurts. It's melted. How the fuck do you... No, not the Sakers. This is the... What the fuck is that RTA? KHW. Thank you, Marcus. These drip tips are from the KHW mods. Like, how the... What the fuck? Look at the top of it. I just now noticed this. This is the dwarf. I can never pronounce it correctly. Is the V silent or is the W silent? I think the V silent. So is star? No. Did I drop it? Do I have to answer that while I'm live, or can I answer it after? I did drop it, but with that. Holy shit, that motherfucker is cockeyed-ish. Look at this. This motherfucker... You're telling me... Hold on a second here. Watch when I spin this. Dude, look at that. I did drop it, but I didn't drop it on like... I dropped it... I just dropped my mod one day on the carpet, on the floor, How the fuck does that happen to a fucking high-end drip tip? Well, maybe it's not high-end, but it ain't, it ain't some fucking smoke drip tip that came in my fucking TFV 13 or whatever number they're on. Looks like an impact damage. Rifleman works for an insurance company. That is some fucking shit right there. Is it still round at least? Holy shit. I'm cockeyed and so is my drip tip. I'll be a fucking son of a bitch. It's not plastic. These are, I don't want to say peak. Hold on. We're going to find out the material. I don't think they're peak. I know someone's probably telling me the material right now in chat, but I'm not looking at chat because I'm going on the website. Direct lung. Here we go. Drip tip. Shabam, shaboom. Scroll. I don't know how much I pay for the drip tips, too. Well, actually, the stuff on his side is pretty cheap. It's not expensive by any means. So I can't really complain about that. But still, I've never had a drip tip like... I've dropped mods on fucking concrete. I've thrown mods across rooms, and I've never had a mod do that. The white ones are made of Teflon. Is Teflon a durable material? Rifleman's correct. He knows his shit. Look at this son of a bitch over here. Yep, they're Teflon. Which feels like almost like an Delrin type of... Don't think Teflon like your frying pan Teflon. Oh, Teflon's soft? Okay, well, in that case, we got a fucked up drip tip, folks. But that's okay, because the whole atomizer needs to be cleaned, so... Probably shouldn't have showed that. Next time I should probably go over what I'm going to show, just to make sure everything is straight. Wow. Dude, everything is fucked up around here. Plumber's tape. I could put some Teflon tape on it. Wait, I got Teflon tape, and it's made of Teflon. This might work. Huh? Yeah. But I'm not sure... I can't. Like, just looking at it, you can't even tell where it's damaged at. It just looks like it's smashed. Which is probably exactly what it did. But it doesn't feel like... I don't know. How does this happen? It only happens to me. Yep, I think it's... I don't want to throw it out, but... I've got a few of these drip tips. But something tells me that the Teflon's probably breaking down and I'm inhaling it. So it's probably best if I throw it out. But then again, if my atomizer's that dirty, is a little Teflon in the lung really going to matter? Don't you have a Teflon cutting board? We have a wooden cutting board from IKEA, thank you. Because IKEA has the best wooden cutting boards. The only time I throw full mods out is when they are a danger to my safety. And when a goddamn LiPo battery swells up to the point where a battery door cannot sit flush, that's a good time to... You probably shouldn't throw the mod out, because I know you could probably just remove the battery, but I wasn't sure if I can cut the leads with metal wire clippers and not, have the battery blow up in my face. So I'm like, you know what? I wasn't really thinking. Why are we talking about a mod that I threw out like 10 years ago? Most cutting boards are polyurethane. Good ones are Listen, we bought our cutting boards from IKEA, and they claim that they're real wood. The Swedes wouldn't lie. And my vent days are over, because the vents are the reason why we had to paint that one room. I won't get into details. Let's just say, yeah. I don't know how you fuck a drip tip up. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've never, well, there was one other time, a drip tip that, I'm not going to say anything about anybody, but the mod fell on the floor, and I've never seen a drip tip shatter into pieces like it was a piece of glass. So that's the only time, that's the second time I've ever had a drip tip, like, fuck up like that. The Vape Team mod was a gift. So, does that... What if I lied and I didn't throw it out? Maybe this is just me saying I threw it out just to have content. Maybe the mod's still here, and it just doesn't have a battery in it, and I haven't used it for like 6 years. You never thought about that, now did you? You'd feel like a fool if I pulled that mod out right now and showed it to you, wouldn't you? You'd be like, this son of a bitch has been lying to us for 6 years. Kevin has a question. Is this the real Kevin? The one from the mall? He does a damn good massage, by the way. Ooh, that sounded... Yeah, I've never had a drip tip in my life deform like that. I'm going to ask again, what coils do you use in the bulk and at what temperature? I couldn't tell you anything about temperature. If you're referring to wattage, I use the coil, well, when I did use my bulk, but I still use those coils. I'll show you what coils I use. Better than telling you, I'll show you. I don't know, I don't think you can still get them, but at least it'll give you an indication of... Hopefully you meant wattage and not temperature, because I don't do temp control, especially on something like that. Shibba-dabba-boo. There she is, right there. Tri-core fused Claptons. I used to run 2 of these bad boys in there, between 80 and 90 watts. And yeah, I would vape the bulk, usually dual coil, 80, 90 watts. It would ohm out to around a 0.1, 0.12, and that was perfect for me. And the specs, so it's 0.21 ohms per coil. If you're running dual, it's going to drop it down to 0.1, which might be low for some people, but 3 millimeter inner diameter in I-80, and then whatever that mumbo jumbo is right there, 326 over 30. I don't know, that's for the coil builders out there, but these are the best coils in the world. I don't know. Coilology, they're still around, but I don't think they're making coils anymore. But luckily, when they were around, they sponsored the channel, so I had a good amount of these, and these are the only... I still use these coils every single time I build my GT4 or any other atomizer. I usually do single coil now. So I'll do a single coil, one of these at around 50 watts or so. Perfect. But you can get any tri-core fused Clapton in that range. I had a spool of it when they sold the spools, but I was just so used to the coil being ready to go and drop in. But the bulk for me, like about 80 to 90 watts, I think was perfect. Everyone's different. Everyone's builds are different. But for me, I was doing 80, 90 watts and it was perfect. If you meant wattage, not temperature. Because temperature, I haven't vape temp mode in... Jesus, I forget when. You have 2 awesome coil builders that know of, and you still choose to use. So, I don't know what it is, but like Angel Gomez coils, Mucklin coils, they make great coils. But when you're just so, like, I'm just so used to using those coils. I don't know what it is about those coils, but I know what they taste like. I know what they vape like. I know, that's the only coil I've been using for, I don't know, 6 years maybe? Like, I haven't used any other. Occasionally I'll break out another coil just to try it out. But I always like the heat of the coil. I like the flavor of those coils. Like the flavor is just a bit more like, I don't know. It's kind of like smoking like a full flavored cigarette and then like a light cigarette. So you get these other coils and they taste really good, but they don't have that like kind of kick like the Coilology coils do. And who knows? Maybe it's just like a shitty metal or shitty wire that Coilology uses that gives it that kind of, I don't know what it is, but for me, and I don't like the crackle and pop shit. I hate that. And these coils don't crackle and pop. They never, at least they never have for me, anyways. But I hate when atomizers start sizzling and make. Was never into that. But I mean, you got tons of awesome coils out there. But I mean, if something works for you and you like it, why change? Fuck it. And plus, like, they just always seemed like a little bit more, I don't want to say like heavy duty, but they just seem like when you're building with the Coilology coils, you could be a bit more rough with them, and they don't like misshapen or bend, or it's hard to explain. Maybe I'm just so used to using them. That's what it is. But I hate the snap, crackle, pop. I can't stand that. I don't see why people like that. You clearly haven't tried Johnny Johnson's coil. See, there's just, and that's another thing. There's too many fucking coil builders out there. Like, there's too many to keep track of. Find what you like. Find what you can afford. If you don't already, just make your own coils. Like the Gomez coils were awesome. Like, you know, he customizes coils depending on like what you want to. What was cool about. Well, I'm pretty sure this is probably with most people, but not really big coil makers. But like Angel and the Mucklin coils, if you're like not sure on like what coil would be perfect for whatever atomizer you're going to use, you could tell them like, yeah, I'm building a dual coil RTA that has a shit ton of airflow, and they'll recommend, oh, you should probably use this. Or I'm using a billet box with a little burrow bridge. You can use this. As opposed to going on a website that has like 90 pre-made coils and you don't have a fucking clue the difference between a tri-core, quad-core, fucking dual-core, all that shit. It gets crazy after a while. And Ron Jeremy does make the best coils, you're right. They're flavorful. They taste like Ron. Sweaty, dirty, smelly. I wonder if I highly doubt his penis still works. A shame. Oh, anyways, speaking of Ron Jeremy. So he is being released today, but not. He's being released because he needs around-the-clock medical care at a private facility. So he's being released not to be released. Like, oh, I'm free. Let's go get some pussy. Nope. He's being freed because he's so, like, sick and ill that he needs, like, medical attention. Like, he's at that point where it's like, all right, I think he's 70 years old, I think. And his penis is probably 170 years old. Dude, that thing probably looks like a fucking chewed up leather glove. Holy Jesus. So that's kind of sad. But, you know, you get old and I don't know what happens, but it's coming. Poor Ron. I think Ron should do one last porno. Like a senior citizen, like an old, you know, like a granny porn. I think it'd be perfect. He does look bad. He looks really bad. He's got, what does he got? I forgot. He looks, well, the one picture that's floating around, it's the same picture they're using I don't know if it's the same picture they're using in every story of him with the mask pulled down and the orange jumpsuit. He looks fucking horrible. But I don't know if that's what he always looks like. Like, I want to know what his current 2023, like, you know. But they're all using the same photo that was taken a long time ago in a courtroom. And it obviously looks really bad. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't look good at all, but I don't think anyone's. I mean, do women actually care about what Ron Jeremy looks like? Probably not. They're probably more interested in his penis. But now that he's 70 years old, I don't think his. Probably not the case anymore. He looks better in jewel tones. Why does that sound racist to me? I'm going to let that one slide. I don't know what it means. Fat grandma porn. There you go. Hey, easy with the fat grandma porn, because I have a thing for old Polish women. And Johnny, if you're watching this, I know you're thinking, my wife's Polish. No, I'm talking older. Like, way older. Like, think Polish waitress at a restaurant. Like, think of a really shitty restaurant, and they got that old Polish woman walking around. That's the kind. Yep. Big-chested, old Polish women. I wonder how many nurses want to give him a bath. Dude, I wish I was a nurse. I'd hook Ron up, man. Like, Ron, what do you need? He was the first. The dude looked bad when he was 35. He did. Ron. I don't know what it was. Well, I obviously know what it was, but yeah, everything about Ron Jeremy was just like. But I think he gave guys confidence in pornos because he's like, okay, well, he has a big dick. I don't have that, but he looks like shit and he's getting fucked. So if he can get laid, I can get laid. And I think maybe that's why a lot of dudes kind of like, I'm not going to say looked up to him, but maybe just kind of admired him a tad bit because he was a hairy, ugly, bald-headed son of a bitch he looked like someone's dad, just so happened to have a big dick, but he looked like shit, but he was fucking banging chicks left and right. So it's like, well, I guess if he can get laid, anyone can get laid. Kind of make you feel good, right? It's like, yeah, if Ron could do it, I could do it. And when Ron was in his 30s, man, he used to shoot some fucking massive loads. That dude can clear a room. I don't know about nowadays, probably not, but. Why are we talking about Ron? Oh, because Ron's getting out. I'd let Ron stay here. I wouldn't like take care. I wouldn't like change his diaper or anything like that if he's into that right now. But I'd feed him and stuff. If I could take pictures like next to his penis and post them on like TikTok or Instagram, like, hey, it's me and Ron's penis, have him like in my hand. I'd do that in exchange for letting him stay here for like a week or two. No gay stuff, because I know Ron ain't gay. At least I don't think he is. Or bi, but still. No, he shoots dust. Do you ever think that you are the problem to today's society? Actually, no, I don't, because I don't leave the house. And I think the problem with today's society is most people leave the house. I think if people stood home, like Alex, for instance. What's up, Mr. Alex Davila? Did somebody say gay stuff? If nobody left the house, we wouldn't, everything would be fine and dandy. I've come to realize this past weekend that probably maybe 10 years from now, there's not going to be any stores anywhere. It's not going to be like Walmart, Home Depot, and Menards, and let's go to this store. There's not going to be, everything's going to be bought online. And every town will have like maybe one store. It'll be like a general store that sells fucking food, all your like necessities, like toilet paper, shit that you need right away. But as far as like any of the other like Best Buys and all that other shit, that's going to be all wiped out. That's gone. Everything is going to be bought online. Hold it in your mouth. Hold it in his mouth. Not my mouth. I'm sorry. Family Dollar. The Family Dollar, right down the street from us, car just drove right through the fucking building today. Yep. So you know what? I don't feel like parking. I'm going to park inside the store, and just drove that fucking car right through the front door, and that motherfucking... Do I got a picture of it? That motherfucker just drove in through the door. Like, holy shit. Like, we don't have a drive-through, sir. And you know what's weird, though? I sense a little bit of an insurance fraud with this dollar store, because if you remember, which you may not, maybe a month or two ago, maybe 3 months ago, me and Angela were sick, and I was complaining. The reason why I got sick was because we went to this shitty-ass dollar store. Like, it was a fucking shithole, and everybody in there looked like they were sick. That same dollar store that we were at, they were talking about in the next month or two, they're shutting down because they're going to completely remodel the building because it's so horrible. And then today, a car just so happens to drive through the building. I don't know. Sounds like insurance fraud to me. Just saying. Can't find the photo, but it's real. I like vaping, but this show is fucked. Mark is 20 years behind. Am I that far behind? 20 years? Jesus Christ. I know I'm behind on shit, but not that fucking bad. Maybe like 5, 8 years. On vape products, maybe 10. But on life in general, not 20. Oh shit, Addy Tooney, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen him in a long time. Oh. So yeah. That's been the highlight of everything. Grab my moonshine. And I think that's I'm gonna attempt. I might go live on Thanksgiving because I think I'm gonna attempt to, I don't know if I should say this out loud, make a turkey on the grill. Yes, turkey on the grill. I gotta watch some videos though, see how to do it. So I might go live for maybe a little while on Thursday. There's no dinner tonight because Angela's sick and we have to cook for ourselves. So, it's probably gonna be pepperoni, Hot Pockets, Uncrustables, or frozen pizza. We're on a diet, so we're limited. Frozen pizza or Hot Pockets. Stop watching TV. I don't fucking watch TV. Who the fuck watches TV? The only time I watch TV is when I'm laying in bed. That's it. And I watch the same fucking thing every fucking night. Dope Sick Love. Same documentary. I put it on repeat. I don't know why. I'm obsessed. I've hunted down the people on Facebook. I'm sending them messages. It's getting a little creepy now. I might get arrested one day. I watch it so much that Angela is tired of me watching it. She's like, you got to stop watching this because this is getting a little weird. Like, what is the fascination with you watching people do drugs and sucking dick for money? I'm like, I don't know. It just puts me to sleep. Like, it comforts me. When I see Matthew getting his dick sucked by some old guy for $20, or when I see Sebastian shooting up heroin in an apartment building hallway, it comforts me. It makes me fall asleep like a baby. I hear the screaming of, what's her name? Michelle? Sebastian! I hear that voice. I'm like, oh. I fall asleep. It's like, being held by your mother when you're a baby. Now, Angela, on the other hand, she's the king of watching TV. Tiff is asking what you're watching. Oh, I'm watching chat right now. That's what I'm watching. That's why my head turned. That's what you mean. Like, what I'm watching right now? I'm watching chat. Addy Tooney lost his wrench. I haven't seen you in chat in, like, I want to say, like, over a year. Someone I haven't seen in a while either. I think you guys remember him. I see him on Facebook. What was his name? Oh, fucking shit. The dude from Canada, the old guy. The wrench. I don't want to... No, what's his name? God damn it. I used to hang out with this guy every fucking day in Google. In Hangouts. I forgot his name. Smokes the pipe? Well, no, doesn't smoke a pipe. Greg, thank you. Doesn't smoke a pipe. Vapes a pipe. Neil, I never promised you a wrench. And if I promised you a wrench, I always break my promise. 99.9% of the time. Brent lost his wrench. I never knew Brent had a wrench. And where can I get an RBA in Canada? Oh, Stanley, you can go to... Oh, I buy from that website in Canada because it's cheaper for me. God damn it. I buy there so many times I forget the name of it. Someone please help me out here. The popular Canadian vape site. Enoshi, there we go. I think it's ENUSHI. Enoshi. If you want an RDA in... Wait, what? I don't know what's happening right now. Vapes by Anushi. There you go. Thank you. Anushi. Ron, first of all, I've watched every one of your movies, and I got them all memorized up here. I don't need to rewatch them. And to be quite honest with you, Ron, I wasn't actually a big fan of your movies. I'm more of a fan of the new modern day stuff. Bang Bus and shit like that. Something about your older movies, I don't know. It felt like watching my mom and dad have sex. It's confusing and creepy now that I think about it. Back when I was a kid, I loved it because it was the only form of nudity I could get. They can't be sold in... Oh, wait. What? You can't buy RDAs in Canada? Shit, I guess I am, like, 20 years out. Why can't you get RDAs in Canada? Wait a minute. Is there, like, a new law that passed that I'm just not familiar with? I'm not from Canada, so I don't know this stuff. I barely know what's going on in my own town. What's up, Mr. Angel? All right, well, I hate to break your heart, folks, but we're still live. It's 8:17. This is the time we're gonna get a little naughty. Because once this is over, I'm gonna want to go eat and go to sleep. Oh, don't hit that. Stop. Thank you. If you guys want to spend time with me while we partake, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to spend time with me while I partake, then get the fuck out of here. What's up, Angel? Shoo-ba-da-ba-boo-boo. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Have you watched The Flintstones? Ron Jeremy was Fred Flintstone. I hope you're joking. I'm not going to believe that. You mean the... Oh, Flint Bones. Flint... Are you serious? I gotta look this up now. I've never got into those. I've never once in my entire life. And if you remember the old the video stores where you go and you rent VHS tapes and whatever. Then they had the back room where the sign was always up, must be 18 or older. And you always wanted to go in that back room, but you were too young. But then when you actually got older, you felt like creepy going in there. Well, I was the guy that always went back in there to rent shit. And I never ever watched one of those like remade like porn movies, like, you know, the Flintstones or whatever the fuck it's called. Shit like that. I've never ever watched one of those. Is the Flint Bones real? I want to see. Oh, it is. Made in 1992. After Red Flintbone is hit on the head by a stone newspaper, his libido runs wild. This comes as a pleasant surprise to his wife, who is willing. Not to mention, his best pal, Bernie's wife, is ready. Red Boss Mr. Straight is... Who wrote this? It didn't make sense. But it was made in 1992. Wow, 92. I think I just lost my virginity in 92. 92, 93, 94, 95. I think I might have... Yep, Ron Jeremy as Red Flintbone. Wayne Summers as Mr. Straight. We got Biff Malibu as Gangbang Bubble. We got Tony Tedishi as Bernie Bubble. So I'm assuming that means Barney Rubble. Hey, Ron looks pretty good. Britt Morgan was the Great Wazoo. Sharon Kane was Willing Flintbone. Trixie Tyler. Why am I reading this? You guys don't know who the fuck these people are. Neither do I. Get that gold top off the wall and play us some blues. Play us some blues. I'm about to play with my vintage porn. That's what I'm saying. 92. 92 is where it's at, folks. 92. Come on, my shoe. Watch one with the plumber. You may learn how to balance your washing machine. Could be. Oh, anyways, folks, I think the night has come to an end. Why has it come to an end? Oh, because it's one of those nights. We're loading up the Volcano. We are going to... Where are we going? Let's go to a nice relaxing 370. Shoo-ba-da-ba-boo-boo. Shout out to Vaporesso for the vape case. These come in handy for storing your cooking bags. Thank you. And I feel so old. I shit you not. It's what, 8:20? Actually, I might not even eat because I hate eating and going to bed. Dude, I go to bed at like 9 o'clock, if not earlier sometimes. Post a 1 if you DIY your juice. The El Volcano, yes. The Volcano is here. Ready to go. Are you going to huff on the bag? Yes, we're huffing. We're not huffing because huffing is illegal. We are vaping. Because vaping is legal. Though I did huff when I was a kid. Okay, we're at temperature. We're going to let it kind of just set in for a minute or two before we get too excited. I really truly think that these are cooking bags. Because I'm trying to think what other material this could be. And I've used cooking bags in the past to make food. And these have to be cooking, like Reynolds cooking bags. They can't be anything else. And what other bag can stand up straight like that with nothing in it? Nothing. Doo-ba-da-boo-boo. I'm doing 370. I'm keeping it low. Because if I go higher than 370, I'll get myself horny. And Angela's not putting out tonight because she's sick. So I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother with that. And if I stay at around 360, 370, it'll put me to sleep nicely. Hopefully it's not too loud. Will it be too loud? We'll find out. How about Vaping with Vic getting a new job with favorite mod company? Oh, you got a what? You got a job with a mod company? That's pretty sweet. Congrats to Vic. Mark makes me want to get Flaming Hot Cheetos just to have Flaming Hot Asshole. I would never eat Flaming Hot Cheetos because I think after a certain age, the heat transfers to your butthole. I wonder if we could pop the bag. But we're not going to try it. Shibba-dabba-boom. I wonder if we could fill this with actual vapor. I'm not sure. Let's have a vape, shall we? Ooh. Tastes like the earth. Shoo-ba-da-ba-boo-boo. This is like the most... It's not complicated at all. This is like the most... The reason I like it is because it's so simple. There's no way you could fuck this up. All the other shit I looked at, it just looks too complicated. Yeah, I don't... I mean, smoking it's nice because it's a completely different... Like, it's a completely different feel from vaping it. But if my lungs... Occasionally I'll smoke it, like, maybe like one hit or something like that. But I just start wheezing way too easily. So vaping it for me is just way better. And plus I feel like by vaping it and adjusting the temperature, I can kind of control how high I get off of it. So if I want to get, like, stupid, I'll turn it up. If I just want to, get horny and fuck, I'll turn it up. If I want to relax, I'll keep it low. If I want a little mild, like, pick me up, I'll keep it low. The bag rattling does get a little... What's nice, it has a little tip on there. So none of the vapor escapes until you press your lips up against the tip. How convenient is that? Forgive me, Mark, I have opinions. Hey, everyone has their own opinion. Smoking it is way different. Vic got a job at Yeehee. Dude, that's awesome as hell. I'd suck a dick to get a job at Yeehee. Holy shit. I couldn't even get those motherfuckers to send me a mod for a review. And that motherfucker got a job there? Woo, shit. I'm going to move in with Vic. That's pretty sweet. Congratulations to him on that one. Volcano's overrated. If you want a vegan buzz, go for it. Yes, it's not for... Definitely not for hardcore potheads. I mean, well, at least, I don't know. I'm a complete beginner, so I don't know, but just judging by the high you get from vaping it as opposed to smoking it, you can get, if you got a high tolerance, you're probably going to prefer smoking it, probably. But who knows? I don't know. I'm not a pro. I'm still a noob. The bag is annoying, though. But in a situation like this, if you don't want the bag, that's where the feeding tube comes in. Pop that bitch on top. Oh, I might have want to kept it turned on. Now this is where this thing really shines. Is you can use the hose, or you can put on a glass fitting, feed it into your bong, or if you really vape or smoke for health benefits, and let's say your lungs are fucked up and you can't even like breathe in deep enough, you can hit the fan on this thing and it will just pump the vapor out of the hose. So all you gotta do is just technically put it in your mouth. Which, that's pretty neat, I must say. But it's for people like me who are lazy, brain dead, and don't know anything about the newer technology. Thank you, Mr. Hippie, for that lovely donation. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the fuck is the... Yeah, I was gonna get a PAX 2. Angel's like, what's... Angel, we're having dinner right now. But thank you, sir, for being a member for 35 months. And he said, I forgot I was a member. And why am I getting commercials? Every 30 minutes, you'll get an ad. This is not a... This, you would think they'd have something a little better than this. Like a bag that sounds like a fucking shopping bag. Actually, no, shopping bag's not even that loud. This is a straight off the boat cooking bag right here. This is what your mama used to put fucking turkeys and hams in. The goddamn cooking bag. How long has I been member on this channel? Check your lazy duck. What? Herdigen, currently you're not a member, it says. I'm looking at your name right now. You don't have the special... what's his name? Kim Jong-un? You gotta be elite member to get the Kim Jong-un or the blackface picture, icon, whatever it is. Ron Jeremy's condoms, that's no bag mark. I think Bachelor's stuttering. I bought one for my brother. He liked it. I'm assuming. Yeah, I think they're for... I don't know. I can't really speak on it because I'm not like a professional pot smoker. Like I haven't... But just judging by everything, I don't know. It's for like people who are just more lazy and just, you know, don't want to get too fucked up, I think, is the purpose of them. And it's like simple as shit. Like if you can't figure this out, then you probably shouldn't be doing anything. To be honest with you. Anyways, I'm done because it's time to go to bed. It's sad. God, it's sad. People are like, going to bed? Dude, I just woke up. What are you talking about? Yes. But I'm up. I get up at 5 a.m., so I guess... Does that make up for me going to bed early? As long as I get up early? Like, I can understand if I went to bed early and got up late. Maybe make an argument. But if not, I'm not even sure what I'm talking about. I need to end this now because I'm going to sit here and keep talking and talking and talking and talking. I know it's combustible, but smoking a joint can't be beat without adding chemicals. I think it's... Oh, yeah. The joint will fuck you up way more than vaping on something like this. No doubt. No doubt at all. Well, you're pro spot. Yeah, if you are... What I mean by pro pot smoker is I mean like... If you have a high tolerance, then yeah. This is probably not for you. Definitely not. Because you'll probably just feed this into your lung and leave it on all day. And then you'll probably like, yeah, I noticed it now. But for someone like me, I'll take like, you know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shut the fuck up and end this goddamn feed. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Is it that time? It's that. Who the fuck is this? Oh, these are the people of... Oh wow, these are actual people that were in the Flint Bones. They're actual faces. They don't look like porn stars to me. They look like who am I talking to? Nobody. But Herdage Online is dropping that fat North Korean $11. And luckily we didn't end it too soon, because if we did, we wouldn't be graced with that beauty right there. But thank you, Mr. Herdage Online. And good night to everyone, including Mr. Ron Jeremy. I know you're out there. I know you can hear me. I know you're watching. We're here for you, buddy. If you need somewhere to stay, there's somebody in chat that's willing to help. Just, yeah. Maybe not me, but someone will help you out. Yep, definitely will.